Commencement exercises tonight here at Southview High School. With me is Superintendent Thomas Bollin. We're inside again.
Yeah, this year it's 3 strikes and we're out, Wendy. You know, the sun is out now, even as we speak, preparing for the Southview graduation. But we were over at the field this afternoon, and in order for the graduates to walk across that grass, they'd need galoshes, because I think everyone's aware of the heavy rains that we've experienced. And there could be one before we leave here tonight, and we didn't want everybody soaked.
Like quicksand.
Yeah, it's a shame for the kids, because they have the tradition of graduating at George Daniel Field, but I think we'll have a good graduation here. They've been excellent graduations the last 2 nights, so we're looking for a good one tonight.
I think so too. One interesting thing that the principal mentioned to me was that here at Southview they have 3 foreign exchange students, which is more than they've ever had.
It's wonderful for our kids, as well as for the foreign exchange students, of course. But for our kids, they get an opportunity to interact with people. Mostly, our kids have mostly come from Western Europe, and although we've had a couple of Orientals, and there's a young man here who's been at this school for 3 years as a foreign exchange student. And it's very good for our kids to learn things about other countries and get an opportunity to learn something about their education systems as well. So I think it's one of those win-win situations.
Absolutely. You know, it's no secret that this year has been financially very difficult for the system. The kids here, are they receiving the quality of education that's going to see them through to the future?
Well, I feel really good about that, as a matter of fact, Wendy. Our kids, particularly the kids that are in our advanced programs, have beat everybody in the region in academic performance contests, including some of the higher-priced private academies. Our kids continue to outshine them all. And not only that, we have a lot of kids that aren't necessarily college-bound who get outstanding preparation in our other programs. So when we've had to make the kind of cuts we've had to make in this school district, we've done it insofar as possible away from the young people. And we made one mistake, I think, and that was in reducing student activities like we did a couple of years ago. We learned our lesson, and we have the pretty good activities program back in place now, and we feel good about that. So I think our kids have a really great shot, and the kids at Southview have always done well. We've got a good bunch of this class going on to college, and a lot of scholarships that will be announced tonight. So that'll all play out as the evening goes on.
Thank you so much.
Please join our seniors, Melanie Minnick and Cynthia Tapia, in singing our alma mater. Thank you, seniors. Please have a seat. Good evening. I would like to welcome you to Southview's 1993 commencement ceremony. This evening is a very special evening for these young men and women seated before you. They have worked very hard to meet the goals set for graduation. 4 years ago, these students entered Southview High School. At that time, I knew this was going to be an outstanding class. I saw more leadership come out of this class than previous classes. Our senior class officers, led by Ilche Nonevski, was superb. Activity clubs, led by Jerrone Jimison, Jessa Segura, Sean Owens, were excellent. Receiving the news that we had 2 students commended by the National Merit Scholarship Program in Rebecca Loving and Selena Kirk was an honor for Southview High School. Witnessing Manny Teitelbaum compete and win the Rotary 4-way speech contest brought much pride to our school. Being there and seeing our first 2-time state wrestling champ in Roderick Juggy Franklin was thrilling. It must be noted that this class was also a very receptive class. We implemented many changes to which this class was very supportive. With the combined effort of the staff and senior class, we accomplished a very positive learning atmosphere at Southview High School. I need to thank the senior class and their officers for a very good year. Yes, class, you were excellent, one that I will never forget. Today, these students will be leaving Southview High School. Some will go on to higher education, others will try the workforce, while others may join the military service. But one thing that they never will forget is their high school graduation. I ask the audience to please let us preserve the dignity of this special occasion. I would like to thank the members of our Southview faculty and staff who gave up of their free time to be here tonight. And in particular, Ms. Karen Kemp, our assistant principal, who organized the entire event. Seated behind the podium are several members of the superintendent's cabinet who have joined us this evening. I would ask that they stand as I introduce them. Mr. Jerry Kordowski, Dr. James Buford, Dr. Irma Hansen, Mr. Nick Hotlock, Mr. Houston Love, and Ms. Wendy Langenderfer. Also seated behind the podium are members of our Board of Education. Again, as I call your name, please stand to be recognized. Mr. Ken Kramer, our president. Mr. Jack Kirshner, our vice president. Mrs. Dorothy Anderson. Mrs. Ann Jensen. Mr. Raul Ramos. Thank you for attending. You may have noticed that several of our students are wearing gold medallions. This is a symbol of their induction to the National Honor Society. I would like to recognize these students. Please hold your applause until all the students are recognized. Rebecca Loving, Elizabeth Santiago, Madeline Gonzalez, Jerrone Jimison, Selena Kirk, Jessica Medina, Andrea Mato, Ilche Nonevski, Padipan Paktipan, Cynthia Tapia, Emmanuel Teitelbaum, Stacy Vars, and Tina Wiskobunek. Congratulations, students. Please be seated. In each class, there are those students whose activity transcend the classroom. There are the students who do so much to enhance the reputation of the school. At Southview, we maintain a service plaque, which lists those students who have provided outstanding service to the school. The service award winners tonight will have their names inscribed for all time upon that plaque. I will read the names in ascending order, the last having the highest number of service credits. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Cochelle Williams, Roberta Cruz, Alicia Torres, Jose Mendez, Madeline Gonzalez, Wilfredo Lozano, Roy Rashke, Marco Miranda, Roderick Franklin, and Alshie Williams. Good job, students. Thank you. Achieving the status of honor graduate is not an easy task. These young people have worked and sacrificed during the past 4 years to achieve academic excellence. While many other school activities bring about wider recognition, we must not lose sight of Southview's main function, to provide a quality education for all of our students. These students have achieved outstanding success in the academic area. I will introduce the honor graduates in ascending order, and I ask that you hold your applause until all have been recognized. Padipan Paktipan, Helen Chafin, Cynthia Tapia, Emmanuel Teitelbaum, Wilfredo Lozano, Stacy Vars, Selena Villa Kirk, Ilche Nonevski, and our valedictorian, did I say Stacy Vars? Stacy? Okay. And our valedictorian, Rebecca Loving. Rebecca has a perfect 4.0. One of our highest priorities at Southview High School is to make sure we get our graduates into higher education. Last year, 40% of our graduates attended college. Each year, our guidance staff spends much time assisting our students in applying for financial help. I would like to recognize those students who have received financial assistance to date. As I call your name, please stand. Again, please hold your applause until all have been acknowledged. Fidel Acevedo, the Lozier Scholarship. Amy Amador, Minority Incentive Award, Lorain County Community College. Robin Amador, the Lozier Scholarship and the Oberlin Grants. Badillo Confessor Badillo, the Lozier Scholarship. Tamara Brown, Alpha Kappa Alpha Scholarship. Quentin Burks, Current Scholarship and Jack and Jill Scholarship. Alan Chafin, the Presidential Scholarship, Lorain County Community College. Maria Cruz, the Minority Incentive Award, Lorain County Community College. June Delahite, Current Scholarship. Glorivina Diaz, Minority Incentive Award, Lorain County Community College. Paul Edwards, Dusendan Scholarship. Jennifer Fairfax, the Kern Scholarship and the Lozier Scholarship. Roderick Franklin, the Frank Memorial Scholarship. Evangeline Gomez, Kern Scholarship, Echo Scholarship, the Lozier Scholarship, and the Allegheny Scholarship. Madeline Gonzalez, the Lozier Scholarship. Maritza Gonzalez, the Minority Incentive Award, Lorain County Community College. Tanya Hamilton, the Lozier Scholarship, the Kern Scholarship, and the Ohio PTA Scholarship. Angela Harrington, the Duzendon Scholarship, Cuyahoga County Board of Education, and the Franklin Memorial Scholarship. Jerrone Jimison, the Lozier Scholarship, the Lorain County Community College Presidential Scholarship, the Youth Center Scholarship, and the Community Foundation Scholarship. Selena Kirk, the Lozier Scholarship, the Leibowitz Scholarship, the Presidential Award, the Oberlin College Scholarship, the Lorain Foundation Scholarship, the Community Foundation Scholarship, the ECHO Scholarship, and the BP American Fellowship Scholarship. Rebecca Loving, the Ohio Academic Scholarship, the Foundation Greater Lorain County Scholarship, the Walmart Scholarship, the Alfred J. Lozier Scholarship, the Lorain Foundation Scholarship, the Water and Virginia North Scholarship, the Presidential Scholarship, the Larson Scholarship, and the Ohio Student Choice Grant. Wilfredo Lozano, Baldwin Wallace Multicultural Scholarship, the Presidential Scholarship, the Baldwin Wallace Grant, the Ohio Student Choice Grant, the National Hispanic Scholarship Award, and the ECHO Scholarship. Jessica Medina, Lorain County Community College Trustee Scholarship. Melanie Minnick, the Lozier Scholarship and the Kern Scholarship. Andrea Amato, the Kern Scholarship and the Bluffton College TEP Scholarship. Ilche Nonevski, the Lozier Scholarship, the John Carroll Scholarship, the OSCB Scholarship, and the Presidential Award. Timothy Novak, Lorain County Community College Presidential Scholarship. Jennifer Ortiz, the Kern Scholarship, the ECHO Scholarship, the Baldwin Wallace Scholarship, and the Lozier Scholarship. Nancy Otero, the Lozier Scholarship, Minority Incentive Lorain County Community College, the ECHO Scholarship, the Lorain Foundation Scholarship, and the Larson Scholarship. Carmen Rodriguez, the Duzendon Scholarship. Amanda Rosario, the Kern Scholarship, Lozier Scholarship, and the ECHO Scholarship. Elizabeth Santiago, the Kern Scholarship, ECHO Scholarship, and the Ohio State Excellence Scholarship. Cynthia Tapia, the Kern Scholarship, the Lozier Scholarship, the Lorain Foundation Scholarship, and the Lorain County Community College Scholarship. Emmanuel Teitelbaum, the Lozier Scholarship, Kent State Scholarship, Conservation Essay Contest Scholarship. Nareda Vasquez, the Minority Incentive Award. Stacy Vars, the Lozier Scholarship, Lorain Foundation Scholarship, Lorain County Community College Trustee Scholarship. And Tina Wiskobunik, the Bluffton College TEP Scholarship. As of today, the Southview graduates have been awarded $332,120 worth of scholarship. Thank you. Please be seated. It is now my distinct pleasure to introduce the Superintendent of the Lorain City Schools, Mr. Tom Bollin.
Good evening to parents, relatives, and friends, and congratulations to the Southview High School class of 1993. As I'm sure many people have said to you recently, this is a great turning point in your lives. Probably everyone's been giving you advice. Probably some of these people are driving you crazy, but it is true you have many decisions to make and many exciting paths to choose. And after 13 years of education, you've built the foundation for your life and can now begin the interior decorating. American writer Mary McCarthy describes this process of living in a more literary way. She says, "We all live in suspense from day to day, from hour to hour. In other words, we are the hero of our own story. As you write your life story, remember to include the important details that make the difference between a dusty book on a shelf and a bestseller. Details like, do work that you love and find a way to learn what you need to know to do that work well. I don't believe work was meant to be a burden. I believe each of you has some special gift that will give something useful to the world and will bring you great happiness. Number two, don't be afraid to try. The simplest of tools can be used to help you make your mark. With only 26 letters, Shakespeare became a literary giant for the ages. With only 8 basic notes, Bach composed music acclaimed by critics then and now. With only 3 basic colors, Van Gogh's paintings bring awe to millions of us. And with only 10 simple numbers, Einstein has become a household word around the world. Third, devote time to activities that make life a little better for somebody else. We're all in this together, and what we can do for others magically does return to us. Fourth, treat other people with dignity and honesty. Fifth, take time to enjoy life and friendship and love. As they say, don't sweat the small stuff, because as your life progresses, you'll discover that most things do work out for the best. And finally, keep an open mind and a positive attitude. We're living in an age of discovery. Those who are open to new ideas will indeed have a colorful story to tell. Someone once said, a pile of rocks ceases to be just a rock pile when somebody contemplates it with the idea of a cathedral in mind. Make sure your life story includes many cathedrals with wonderful stained glass windows and a beautiful architecture. I hope all of your life stories are so exciting and fulfilling that they end up as the movie of the week. But mostly, I hope all of you write stories that make you and those around you productive and happy people. Congratulations and thank you for letting Lorain City Schools be an important chapter in your lives. Our first speaker this evening is Jerrone Jimison. Jerrone is the son of Arthur Lee and Samuela Jimison. Jerrone's academic achievements include being inducted into the National Honor Society. Currently, he ranks 12th in the senior class. He was elected to the Academic Achievement Banquet, or selected for that, and he received the Principal's Award. Jerrone was recently recognized by Who's Who among American high school students, received the Congressional Student Award, and was the recipient of the Lorain County Association of Black School Educators Outstanding Student Award. Jerrone was also quite involved in co-curricular activities, including being elected to the Saba Club presidency. He's a member of JOGS, a member of the Computer Club, a member of the Unity Club, and has been involved in intramural basketball and was Southview's morning announcer. Jerrone plans to attend Baldwin Wallace College, majoring in sports therapy. Won't you help me welcome Jerrone Jimison?
Ladies, gentlemen, and fellow seniors of the class of 1993, welcome. Frequently throughout the last few months, I found myself saying, I can't believe we're almost finished with high school. And here we are at graduation. I'm shocked to think at how the first day seems so very much to be yesterday. But here we are. In a few moments when we receive our diplomas, our high school years will officially come to a close. But another important action will be taking place. Our lives will begin. Have you ever stopped to think that every sidewalk has an end? No matter how long a sidewalk may be, it always has an end, and it's usually at a street intersection. When one is walking along this sidewalk and comes to this end, what are his or her intentions after stepping off of the curb? Of course, his or her intention is to reach the other side across the street safely. What does this have to do with graduating? Well, high school is like a sidewalk. We've been walking along this sidewalk for 4 long years. And now we've made it to the end of this sidewalk and we're about to step off of the curb. And just the same, we must be careful in crossing this street of reality because we must make it to that other side. That is our goal for right now, to make it to that other side. For some of us, that other side may be to become a practicing psychologist. For others of us, that other side may be to become a part of some national sports association. For others of us, that other side may be to become a part of Burger King. Whatever your goal may be, you must reach there. That is our goal. We must reach it. You must remember that there's nothing that you cannot do. Anything you set your mind to can be accomplished. Quote, I say to you today, my friends, even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. Unquote. These were the words of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., a personal inspiration. In spite of a world that was telling him the direct opposite of his vision, he still had a dream. An important part to note, he not only had a dream, but pressed on to make his dream reality. All of you have a dream. I have a dream. And just the same, we must pursue them with unequaled tenacity and determination. This way, we too can make our dreams a reality. Remember, fellow seniors, only one thing limits just how high you can go in this world: time. So don't put off something as important as your life until tomorrow. Start the pursuit of your goal today. I'd like to take a moment now to commemorate a key factor in our maturing, a factor seldomly recognized as being so. I'd like to recognize the Southview staff. Little did we know that when our teachers were assigning us large homework assignments, that they weren't trying to see us squeal in confusion. They were only trying to prepare us for better things and to teach us qualities such as endurance. These Southview staff really made it a point to help us out academically, and even socially when they could. And when they couldn't, they found a way that they could help us. On behalf of the class of '93, I'd like to extend a warm and gracious thank you to all of the Southview staff. In conclusion, I'd like to quote a poem written by Kathy Jimison, a member of the Southview graduating class of 1975. It is entitled, Graduation. Graduation. We all sit looking bored and tired. We don't bother to think that soon this sitting will be over. 12 years of learning, 12 years of growing, and 12 years of maturing. 4 months will tell if it all has been a waste or not. We don't bother to think that our closest friends will go their separate ways, and that each of us will do the same. 12 years of meeting new people, 12 years of losing them or making the bonds tighter. We don't bother to think that all the ties we're breaking, or of all the commitments that we've made. 12 years of loving, 12 years of caring, 12 years of heartfelt emotion. All of these combine to make us cry, and this time so soon coming to an end. We don't bother to think of all the friends we've made, or all the loves we've known. In 4 years, attachments become strong. We've loved, laughed, cried, and even died a little together. We've shared problems and dreams. We've solved those problems, and we watched a few of those dreams come true. But all too soon, this life will be over. We'll each go our own way, but the memories will linger on. Pleasant memories of friends and the life we shared. Together, fellow seniors, we've made one of the best graduating classes that Southview has ever had. And we can make a true difference in the world. Be strong and be determined, fellow seniors, for we are the many, we are the proud, and we are the class of 1993.
Rebecca Loving is the daughter of Judy Kuhar and Harland Loving. Currently, she ranks first in the senior class with a perfect 4.0 grade point average. She is a member of the National Honor Society, where she was elected president, and she spoke on scholarship at the NHS induction ceremony. Rebecca is a commended National Merit Scholar and is recognized in Who's Who among American high school students. She recently participated in and won the Voice of Democracy speech competition and was awarded the Scholar Athlete Award in varsity volleyball. She has received the Principal's Award for straight A's for 4 consecutive years at the Academic Achievement Banquet. Rebecca is also involved in many co-curricular activities. She is a 4-year member of the Key Club, where she currently is vice president. She played 3 years of volleyball and was co-captain in her senior year. She has also been active in the bowling club, the talent show, and in levy campaigns. Rebecca plans to attend John Carroll University, majoring in pre-law or psychology. Won't you help me welcome Rebecca Loving?
Thank you. I'd once again like to welcome you to Commencement's 93. And I want to share with you a little poem about our journey through Southview High School. Remember when we were freshmen, how little and unsure? Remember getting lost and wishing we knew where we were? Remember being shoved into lockers and books knocked out of your grip? Remember the third floor pool, oh yeah, or someone making you trip? Remember all those seniors making you feel so small? Remember teachers charging through the workroom door, smashing you against the wall. Remember in lunch being kicked out of every seat. Remember walking away in shame of your defeat. Remember that boy swearing at the teacher and slamming the door behind. Remember when cheese was put on his desk and he didn't seem to mind. Remember when we'd sit and dream of getting out of the 9th grade. Next year we'd seek revenge for all the dues we paid. Remember when we were sophomores and we felt pretty bad, but we were still nerds. We were still pretty sad. Remember then our junior year came and we were rather cool, knowing the school would soon be ours and we would solely rule. Remember that one silly twin could never get chemistry right? Mr. C had visions of exploding labs each and every night. Enough of that now, let us see some memories of '93. Remember starting school? We were so excited and proud. We jumped at every chance we had to get up and get loud. Remember the fall with all those sports we actually got to play? What we did may not mean much, but we tried to anyway. Remember homecoming's excitement and fun, and what's best is we actually won. Fred and Liz were crowned that night, and the dance we had was out of sight. Remember football? They could run, kick, and pass, but sometimes our poor guys would end up on their butts. Through it all, we still loved our men and cheered them on again and again. Thanks for the season, and don't you fret her. Volleyball didn't do much better. We served, received, and we could set, but most of the time we hit into the net. We had a few wins, and that's enough, because soccer was doing its own kind of stuff. They scored on themselves, but that's okay, because they could beat me any day. Thanks to all our fabulous teams, just by playing you fulfilled many dreams. We passed the levee and won the chance to have the snowball, our free winter dance. Then came basketball as we watched many a close race. We even saw a player fall flat on his face. But our team was good and we'd scream and we'd cheer. We have more spirit than any school, far or near. We finally had talent show, no one threw eggs. Those guys were too sexy and there were no broken legs. Wrestling was its usual great. Juggy brought it home again from state. Jimmy, Juggy, Carlos, Turnus, and the whole team too. For your great feats, we applaud all of you. Baseball came and now was done. We were good and had some fun. We could field, run, pitch, and hit, and how we loved baseball's traditional spit. Through it all, we thank those always there. The cheerleaders were like magic in air. And to these guys goes the greatest big hand. Southview has the world's best band. Thank you, coaches, parents, teachers, friends. On your support, our success depends. At senior banquet, we shared laughs all in jest. And ooh, who was that fine, sexy guest? He was so fine, a girl went to the floor. Fortunately, he didn't run for the door. Then came prom, all our beauty shone through. Karaoke till dawn, they sang, we turned blue. On to Cedar Point we went, until we had every penny spent. Now we stand here as we graduate today. We must say goodbye and each go a separate way. I hope that along with the memories so poetically reflected upon just now, each of us carries his or her own special memories of the past 4 years. But you know, the only reason we have treasured memories and funny anecdotes to tell from high school is that the friendships that we have built over these years have allowed us to laugh, cry, live, grow, and learn together. Not everyone, I'm sure, believes that Southview is a rare and special school as far as friendships go, but I have learned firsthand that things aren't always what they seem. I moved to Lorain in the summer after my 8th grade year, and I began attending SHS that fall. The bad reputation the school has from all the horror stories the press likes to publish had me genuinely terrified of coming to school. I thought I'd never fit in, never make any friends, and never have any fun. I cried every day about going to the place where I would spend the 4 best years of my life. Now I stand here crying because I have to leave. Not only did the counselors and teachers reach out, but the students did as well. You made me part of all the love, the caring, the warmth, the commitment, the excitement, the dedication, and the do-or-die, never-give-up spirit that this school is made of. I can sincerely say that I've built special friendships here, and I will never forget any of my friends or what they've taught me. Friendship. That's one of Southview's best assets. High school isn't just about academics. It's about emotional growth and socializing. Making friends, laughing, crying, loving, hating, partying, fighting, singing, and dancing. Growing up. And we did it together. That's why through all the bad publicity we received, we still fought for positive recognition, and we achieved it. Despite inconsequential differences, we focused on togetherness and teamwork to accomplish all we have. And we have successfully put together one of the best classes this city has ever seen or ever will see. As we stand here and commend ourselves for our accomplishments in sticking together, being friends, and keeping our pride when no one else believed in us, we must also applaud our staff. Part of our school and part of our success, they have been our friends too. Now I know this is the end of the road for us, and we all have to say goodbye. However, the bonds that have held this class together through all our shortcomings and our triumphs don't have to be severed. Keep close in heart, never forget where we came from. The road our future leads us down does not have to be a lonely one. Never forget our failures, never forget our successes. And know that if we ever need it, what we leave behind here today will still be there in our hearts. To quote Colin McCarty, may you know in your heart that others are always thinking of you. May you always have rainbows that follow the rain. May you celebrate the wonderful things about you, and when tomorrow comes, may you do it over again. The lessons of life, love, and friendship that I've learned from my years at Southview High School will remain with me always. Carry yours with you forever, too. To recite another poem by Colin McCarty, now is the time for you to celebrate the accomplishments of the dreams you have worked so hard to realize. And now is the time to begin to pursue the next path, to reach out for the next star, and to achieve the things that are so important to you. Always keep your dreams alive, and keep them coming true. As I conclude, I want to encourage our class to remember our times together until we meet again to create more memories. Fulfill your hopes. Never stop dreaming your dreams. You will be what you want to be. For we are the brightest, we are the best. We are the class of 1993.
Ilche Nonevski is the son of Theodore and Donna Nonevski. Currently, Ilche is ranked second in his senior class and was elected into the National Honor Society, where he recently spoke on leadership. Ilche is also the recipient of the Principal's Award 4 straight years at the Academic Achievement Banquet. Ilche was selected Scholar Athlete in soccer his senior year and has been honored in Who's Who among American high school students. Ilche is also quite involved in co-curricular activities. He is the senior class president, is a member of the Model UN program, is a 4-year member of the Key Club, was in the Youth Space Simulation program, and is a member of the Bowling Club and Science Olympiad team. Currently, he is helping his church with their youth group. Ilche plans to attend John Carroll University, majoring in biology, pre-medical training, and his goal is to be a doctor in genetics. Would you help me welcome Ilche Nonevski?
Parents, faculty, friends, students, ladies and gentlemen, what makes the senior class memorable to a high school after it leaves? There are many interpretations from this question. The Southview High School class of 1993 is a class that will be remembered because of 5 qualities that it has demonstrated: pride, tradition, dedication, determination, and leadership. All these attributes made our years at Southview fulfilling, successful, and memorable. But as we bid farewell to this chapter in our lives, we must be prepared to enter adulthood immediately. For this reason, it is even more important that we maintain these qualities throughout the rest of our lives. This evening, I want to stress the value of these characteristics in the future, and how all of us must continue to utilize them in order to be successful. Pride. Pride, by my definition, is not the belief of superiority over others, but the acknowledgement of one's self-worth, that each of us has an identity which benefits society as a whole and gives it character. It is through activities that we experience that we develop the self-confidence and we establish the pride. Our years at Southview have allowed us to develop pride in our school, in our community, and most importantly in ourselves. As we participated in various clubs, sports, and other activities, and played an active role in Southview's destiny, our sense of pride grew. We cared about our future and Southview's future, and it reflected in everything we did. To us, Southview was not only a building where a curriculum was followed, it was a center for learning and mental maturity. Having pride in Southview made us stronger and allowed us to develop our own identities. It also made us proud of ourselves. That is why we are all here this evening. Fellow students, take what you have learned about yourself during the last 4 years and apply it to whatever you do, whether it be entering college all over again, entering the workforce, enlisting in the service, or working to strengthen the community in which you live. Feel in your heart that your identity will mean something and that you can make a difference. Feel pride in who you are, for this is the first step towards achieving success. At our senior honors ceremony 1 month ago, a Southview graduate, Dr. Janet Zunich, spoke to us about the effect Southview has had on her life. I found one argument to be very important. She stressed the benefits of ethnic diversity in the school and in the community, and I thought this should be classified under tradition, because ethnic diversity has been a lasting tradition at Southview. I view Southview as a melting pot of nationalities, a microcosm of different peoples which describes planet Earth. Students from various backgrounds convene in the classroom and share in learning, creating a sense of oneness in a supposedly incompatible and dividable world in which we live. At the same time, lasting friendships were forged out of the respect we had for each other's backgrounds. At Southview, we were able to see through our cultural diversity and focus on our individual personalities. This vital tradition must continue throughout our lives. We will surely encounter many people who are not as fortunate as we, those whose environments may not have been as diverse or as culturally favorable as our own. For this reason, we must take all that we have learned about each other and help those people overcome their cultural disadvantages. We must strive to maintain a closeness with one another, to maintain this tradition. The third quality that our class will be remembered for is dedication. We will be known as a class whose students set high demands for themselves and will pursue each goal with vigor. Because we share a mentality that only hard work yields desired results, we persist with our goals. It is because of this dedication that we have nationally recognized students for academics, athletics, vocational programs, community service, and many other accomplishments that has brought much acclaim to Southview High School. Set a goal for yourself and dedicate your body, your soul, and your mind to achieve that goal. Then true success will be realized. It isn't the well-paying job we should entirely seek. However, we must follow a course in which we feel most comfortable. With whatever career decision you make, aim high with your dreams and never look down until you have reached the top. The fourth distinguishing characteristic is determination. All through our adolescence, we have received guidance from every direction. Parents, friends, and teachers motivate and direct us toward a course that they feel will be to our benefit. As we enter a new beginning in our lives, we must depend upon ourselves more for motivation, and through introspection find our chosen path. As we have done so in the past, we must differentiate between good advice and bad, and be determined to reach the goals to which we have dedicated ourselves. We must use the wisdom that has blossomed in high school to direct the rest of our lives. We must not be afraid to take a risk, and we cannot pass by an important opportunity because something or someone is holding us back. At the same time, we must use good judgment in making our decisions. As we venture into wherever life takes us, it will be this dedication that will bring us through successfully. The final quality that makes the Southview class of 1993 memorable is leadership. Leadership is a state of playing an active role in a particular cause or endeavor. It is not, as some may think, the ordering of subordinates or the delegation of commands. Leaders are the people who work with a group to accomplish a certain goal. At the same instant, leaders have the special ability to attract followers. All of us these past 4 years have worked together, both directly and indirectly, to navigate the route to Southview's success. We have made many positive changes at Southview, and we served as role models to the underclassmen. The results of our leadership may not have been clearly visible during our time in high school, but I assure you that the students who walk through Southview's halls in the years to come will appreciate the work that we have done. Entering into the quote-unquote real world, we must take the initiative to improve society. We can create this improvement by simultaneously using our minds and following our hearts and demonstrating the 5 qualities of which I speak in ways that bring positive change. And as we have made a difference at Southview with our ideas and our enthusiasms, we must take the lead and make a difference in the world. The future needs leadership, and it must be provided so our world will be a better place in which to live. We are the leaders of tomorrow. We cannot contemplate life from a distance. We convene here this evening to celebrate 18 years of physical and mental growth. This is a joyous yet frightening moment because we leave the security of high school and adolescence. This evening, consider yourselves diamonds that shine brilliantly in the sunlight. But like all diamonds, we began as pieces of coal. It has been a long journey, but now our gifts are exposed, showing the true radiance within us. The faculty and staff of Southview High School have witnessed our growth these past 4 years and see the potential within us. That is why we are regarded as one of the best graduating classes that Southview has ever produced. This ceremony is named Commencement, a very fitting name. While we may look at this as just as the end, it is in reality only the beginning. We have been successful at Southview, and we have made an everlasting impression. It is now time to make our presence known to the rest of the world. Pride, tradition, dedication, determination, leadership. These are the qualities that have brought us success at Southview. These are the qualities that will bring us success in the years to come. I wish all of you the best of luck, success in the future, and most of all, love. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present to you tonight the graduating class of 1993 for Southview High School.
Thank you, students. Please be seated. At this time, it is also a pleasure to introduce the representative of the Board of Education at today's commencement, Mrs. Dorothy Anderson.
Thank you, Mr. Pagan. gathered to honor these students tonight. It's a pleasure to be here. And to the class of 1993, I bring you greetings from the Board of Education. Tomorrow morning, you start your responsible part of your life's journey. You will leave with many mementos, with praises ringing in your ears, high hopes burning in the breast of your parents, faith from the townspeople that some of you will make it big. I would like to add a few thoughts to the mementos that you will take wherever you go. I wish you the good health, mental and physical, psychological, and spiritual, that comes from choosing a lifestyle that includes positive thoughts and deeds. A lifetime that is inclusive of all humankind will enhance your wholeness. A lifestyle that will guide and nurture you the rest of your life. Now, we haven't taught you everything that you need to know during your life's journey. No one can. So I wish you critical friends who will honestly lead you, discuss choices with you, and encourage you to take the right path. I wish that wherever you call home, you will remember to give something back to your community. Our communities, our state, our country, and our world will be better off if we all remember to give something back. There's a multitude of ways you can serve, and you can find one if you want to. Finally, I'll tell you what my dad told me when I went to college. I hope that wherever you go will be better because you are there. Do your best. Don't change too much. And remember, we love you. Good wealth, good health to the class of '93.
Guillermo Alcobar. Guillermo is a foreign exchange student from Spain. Ramon J. Alicea. Michelle Alvarez. Yolanda Alvarez. Is that right? Amy Marie Amador. Robin Jessica Amador. Professor M. Badillo. Jennifer Baker. Richard Barker. Alton A. Barrios. Angel Louis Balzo. David Jensen Bowen. Heather Michelle Boyd. Rodnick Eric Boyd. Russell Elvis Boyd. Lavelle Marcus Bragans. Tamara Florette Brown. Quentin Burks. Ursula Janine Burnett. Darlene Marie Bursley. Sachin Latoya Capers. Francis R. Cadona. Helen Jane Chafin. Anthony LaShawn Church. Helene Rochelle Clark. Heidi Cochran. Maria Maribel Cruz. Roberto Louis Cruz. Michael S. Cuevas. Julie Ann Zerkis. June Delahite. Michael L. Deaton. Jennifer Lynn Denny. Glorivinia Diaz. Adrian M.R. Dixon. Manuel Dominguez Jr. Donald Paul Edwards. Jennifer Jean Fairfax. Miranda Rose Fairneck. Angel L. Figueroa. Michael J. Flores II. Roderick Earl Franklin. Melissa Lee Geisel. Evangeline Gomez. Guillermo Carlos Gonzalez. Madeline L. Gonzalez. Maritza Gonzalez. Tina N. Gruchewski. Lisa Ann Guzman. Joseph L. Hall Jr. Tanya Hamilton. Michael B. Harper. John Michael Hartman. Kimberly Ann Hato. Jesse Hernandez Jr. Angela K. Harrington. Roderick Russell Hill. Christina Ann Holsinger. Jack Lee Holsinger. Kimberly Ann Horn. Shelley Ann Horwittle. Charles Curtis Hunt. Santino Jacinto. Jessica Lynn Jackson. Greg O'Neill Jimison. Jerrone Jimison. Jason B. Kalo. Natasha L. King. Ashley Suzanne Kincaid. Selena Marie Villa Kirk. Danica Marie Knowles. Seraphim C. Colias. Jose E. LeBoy. Jeffrey Brian Lagares. Lisa M. Leon. Brian N. Lilly. Rebecca Lynn Loving. Wilfredo Lozano Jr. Randall Lee Mace. Brenda Yvette Marcano. David Marcano. Christina Martinez. Maria Elisa Medina. Michelle Marie Melendez. Regina Ann Melendez. Jose A. Mendez, Jr. Matthew Paul Bendiola. Melanie Lynn Minnick. Marco Antonio Miranda. Daria Janae Montgomery. Mercy Morales. Natasha Morales. Andrea Marie Mato. Emily Suzanne Nazarov. Ephraim Negron. Ilche Theodore Nonevski. Timothy E. Novak. Catherine T. Ocasio. Christina Anne Marie Akron. Henry John Ortiz. Jennifer A. Ortiz. Lisette Marie Ortiz. Maricel Rivera Ortiz. Nancy Otero. Sean Michael Owens. Jennifer Pacheco. Padipan Paktipan. Padipan is a foreign exchange student from Thailand. April K. Palos. Tracy Parker. Travis Darnell Payton. Viviana Perez. Chad Mitchell Petras. Michelle Lynn Phillips. Robert W. Phillips Jr. Denise Plaza. Jessica Marie Kleiner. Buddy Allen Pugh. Brenda Liz Ramos. Roy Joseph Lee Raschke. Kevin M. Rathwell. Jennifer Raditz. Gazelle Rivera. Egrim Marie Rivera. Josue Rivera. Carmen Rodriguez. Angel Joseph Rodanda Ford. Paul Joseph Roman. Sylvia Romo. Sylvia is a foreign exchange student from Spain. Lisbeth Rosado. Amanda Marie Rosario. Angela Marie Rosario. Ishmael J. Rosario. Roger Rouser. Joe E. Luzica. Elizabeth Santiago. Robert E. Scott. Stanley Sebastian Jr. Christine B. Segura. Jessica G. Segura. Michael Patrick Sherry. Raymond Starks. Don Nicole Stazak. Luli Stevens. Cindy Lenora Stubbs. Felicia Suggs. Jennifer Marie Zabel. Cynthia Tapia. Emmanuel John Teitelbaum. Christopher M. Thomas. Ida Denise Torres. Alicia Marie Torres. Francisco Miguel Torres. Brian David Toto. Robert John Toiser. Brandon Trotwine. Nareda Arlene Vasquez. Ricardo Velasquez. Yamira Alexander Velasquez. Amy R. Velez. Christina Velez. Stacy Nadine Virus. Barry W. Woodfield Jr. Elsie Kenyatta Williams. Rochelle Williams. Tina Marie Ruskavinek. And Anita M. Yee. Again, I would like to congratulate these students, and I ask these students to become productive citizens. Good luck.
Concludes graduation ceremonies here at Southview High School. See you next year.
This has been a production of WLCS TV6 Lorain City Schools.